In the last chapter of the Book of Unwritten Tales.
You're on a sinking ship, Withervane, but I could still be convinced to throw you a life preserver.
I trust the Archmage.
Then, Mr. Withervane, you shall perish with him.
And now.
The last time a fire burned in this was before the school disappeared 20 years ago. And even if I could, I shouldn't start a fire in it anyway. The flue was broken, and the smoke would fill the entire classroom.
Yeah, I see that. The section's missing right there.
A little ash, but also some unburned waste. Here's a sheet of paper.
Oh, any interesting things on it?
Another book page.
Oh.
Or more precisely, another folded sheet of paper upon which 4 pages have been printed. When I look at the page numbers on the first sheet and on this sheet, it seems there are at least 5 sheets missing.
Okay. So we're getting closer. Can we please hear anything that's on them?
Where there are 2 pages to be found, there are sure to be even more. Based on the page numbers, I would say that there must be at least 5 more sheets.
So we've got 2 of 7?
Where there are 2 pages...
Can we read them, please? No. Can we copy them to our notebook? No. We still got an empty dry food
I
box.
wonder if Friedlin still likes pet food. I should buy a new package and see.
Yeah, he might be put off of it after what we did to him. Which I'm not sorry at all about.
The mixing of potions is an important part of magic.
We
It's
did
a bit
that.
like cooking, except a stew doesn't kill you if you add the wrong ingredient. Or
Fair enough.
if it's stirred wrong.
Yeah. Are we going to make a potion?
No. With a little luck, I can get through the day without causing an explosion.
Okay. Fair enough, Wilbur. That looks like pretty much everything in here. Guess we should look at this again?
According to the register, this is supposed to be a fire maker. Well, nowadays, we just buy matches.
It does look a bit
But
like
in
a
Allardyce's
furnace.
time, I guess mages still play hardball defending their firelighting monopoly.
Oh, we can use it now. Got a bad feeling
Maybe
about
the
this.
fire maker used to work once. It certainly doesn't right now. According to the register, but in
Okay. So we need to fix this. Interesting. Check back here before we head out. Alright, nothing going on back here. Take another look at this plant.
Maybe it was always a carnivorous plant. Don't worry, little...
Okay, well... Oh, it's going to... Nope.
That's Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's
more like-
horrible. Well, there's got to be a use for that plant eventually. Let's leave the classroom, shall we?
If it isn't our newest professor. How was your first class, Wilbur?
Interesting. Sure. We'll be very enthusiastic.
Great. I conjured up a few kobolds and the students loved it.
Ah, well done. That's the right thing to do. You've already pretty much won the battle, Wilbur. Once they want to learn, they will.
So what are you doing here? Are you fixing the place up? Because it certainly looks like it is crumbling to bits.
What brings you to the school?
I wanted to pay Horatius Bloch, the new headmaster, a first visit and see how the school's doing.
That's very nice of you. But don't you have more important things to do?
Well, it's my old school. I once walked these halls as a child myself.
What the Archmage doesn't want to tell you is that something is wrong here. For a few days she has sensed the presence of something evil.
Ooh, really? Well, she left a little while ago.
What do you mean you sense something evil?
Everything we do and think leaves a trace. You know how you sometimes shudder when you enter a place where great evil has been done?
Sure.
Dark magic leaves a particularly strong trace. Like a bad smell.
Oh.
And it smells like dark magic around here?
I first felt it a few days ago. First in the lower town, then in the upper town. And now here at the school.
Where did it come from? I mean, do you know who's responsible?
I don't. The trace dissipates. There is too much wild magic in the air here at the school.
We must keep our eyes open at all times. Good detective work will serve us better in this case than some hocus pocus.
Don't know if it's relevant or not, but there's a very stinky carnivorous plant in the classroom. Could that be what you're smelling? How is the campaign going? I have my worries.
How's the campaign coming along? I hope we're winning.
We're still in the lead.
But our margin is shrinking. Van Buren's bigwig cronies are throwing tons of gold into her election campaign.
Of course they are. And how are things in the town?
How are things in the town? Have things calmed down?
Not really. The barricades are getting higher and the camp is getting larger.
People are getting impatient, and who could blame them? The war is over, yet everyone is doing worse and worse.
But you're doing your best, Archmage.
It takes time, Wilbur. The deeper the wounds, the longer they need to heal. And nothing causes deeper wounds than war.
We must deliver results. Most still trust Alistair, but the mood could swing. Then we would not only lose the election, we would have a riot on our hands.
The Archmage seems to be a very wise man, so that's good. Who is this new headmaster exactly?
So what's he like, the new headmaster?
He's no mage, that's for certain.
Then
He is an agent of the council leader.
First and foremost, he is a reliable official with principles, Raimi. The council leader of the merchants did appoint him, and he may advocate her policies. Yet I do not believe he will conspire against us. He is stern, but upright.
I hope that's the
Did you
case.
see the way he looked at me? Like I was vermin. No, I tell you. The council leader has hired him for one reason and one reason only. He is supposed to make life difficult for our Wilbur here.
That could be true
Am I
too.
being set up to fail so they can put the blame on you, Archmage?
Ah, if that's their plan, then they have already lost.
We met this lady.
The council chairman was here. She picked up her daughter from my class.
Ah, terrible person.
She has great influence, and she has friends in high places.
She could also use her influence to do good, too. So why is she trying to bring you down?
She believes that that would be a good thing, Wilbur. Almost no one wants to do evil. There are just very different views on what is evil and what is good.
I think I'll go see the headmaster. Goodbye, Archmage. Bye, Remy.
Goodbye, Wilbur. Don't let them intimidate you.
I'll do my best, and I won't give up.
I know.
You go on ahead. I'll be along in a minute. I want to talk to you in private, Wilbur.
Oh, okay.
There are problems.
Well, what kind of problems?
That bit about dark magic all over the city does not sound good.
It's not just that. I think the Archmage's life is in danger.
Oh, really?
What?
There was an attack, or there may have been one. Alistair insisted it was a coincidence, but how often do heavy gargoyles just break off the Mage Tower when he is standing below them? I have assigned as many rats as I can spare to guard him, but you must also keep your eyes open, Wilbur.
Will do.
Me?
Not only is something going on in the city, something is happening in the school too. We need information. We need to find out who is behind all this.
All right, I'll do my best. So you are head of the Secret Service, then?
I hear Alistair's finally appointed you head of the Secret Service. From King of Thieves to High Public Office, eh?
That's a
Absolutely.
good transition.
Made quite a stir. It is the first time a rat has ever officially held an official government position. More than a few are of the opinion that with so many humans out of work, rats should not receive any jobs at all.
But nobody knows the city like you rats do. You really helped me out during my last adventure. You brought me potion ingredients and my fantastic magic wand.
And you saved Timmy and my entire clan from starvation. We'll never forget that, Wilbur Weathervane.
Glad to do it. So has Timmy been doing well, then?
Timmy was a great help during my first lesson this morning.
Oh,
Yes, he has done well. He absolutely wants to be a mage, just like his role model.
Just like the Archmage.
No, just like the hero of the Black Tower. For Timmy and many others, you are one of the heroes who ended the war.
Oh, really?
Me? Then it's best I talk to the headmaster and ask him what I should do for him.
Whatever it is, just do it and act inconspicuous. But keep your eyes open for anything unusual while you do so. Well, things that look unusual even in an enchanted mage school.
Right.
Got it.
Why don't we meet down at the inn after work? Then we can exchange news.
Sure.
Oh, I just hope Headmaster Block doesn't keep me busy all night.
Oh, you'll be fine. You defeated the Shadow Army. Never forget that.
I'll try. So that's why I didn't see Timmy in there. I didn't realize he was one of the rats.
Just back then I wasn't alone.
It's okay, Wilbur. We'll get this done. Ivo's on her way. We just don't know it yet. Yeah. I just didn't notice Timmy back in the scene. I wasn't looking for a rat. Look at the sheet of paper. Is this one of our pages?
What's this? Another book page. I'll take it with me.
Okay. So we need at least 4 more. So much to look at in every scene.
The school's not in the best condition. The worst of the rubbish has been disposed of, but it will still take weeks before everything is clean and tidy.
Right?
When I first arrived at the school a few days ago, I got a real fright when I first saw it. I mean, I knew about armor from books, but if you imagine that there's a real person inside, and has been for decades, ew.
Yeah, let's hope that's not the case.
That's silly. Whoever's in the armor would have died a long time ago. Unless it's a ghost.
There could be that. Tapestry? Well, let's look at the dirty floor again. It can still be looked
Wow,
at.
this isn't dust and dirt. It's like the funk of 40,000 years. It's rock art. As if thousands of feet have trampled it into the floor. Even though no one's been here for 20 years. At least as far as I know.
Yeah, we don't know what's gone on in those 20 years that it's been disappeared.
The school's not in the best condition. The worst...
Okay, well that's repeating then. The tapestry?
Maybe the tapestry shows who the knights served. I don't know much about these things, unfortunately. We didn't have knights in the White Ridge Mountains. Probably they sank in the snow.
If they were in full armor, that's the case.
The tapestry's in a miserable condition, like everything here. The colours are faded and... Hey, there's even a loose thread.
Are we going to unravel the tapestry? Or just take the thread?
The tapestry seems to be magic. At first the thread was very short, but now it's at least 4 paces long.
Oh, Wilbur,
I'll
that's
rip it
not
off and take
magic.
it with me. You can never have enough magic thread.
It was unraveling, my dear gnome.
A thin but fairly tear-resistant thread, about 1.5 dragon toes long.
Okay. Don't really know how long a dragon toe is, but good to know. Levers.
A lever. No idea what it does.
This could be bad. Oh, it opened the window. Oh, good to know. What about this one?
A lever. No idea what it does.
All right, let's pull it too. And opens the second window. Don't know what good that is. All right. Well, we may need to do something with these in the future. Let's just leave them be for now. Can go back to the classroom, staff room, leave the school. Some loose boards lying on the crumbling stairs.
We carried loads of rubbish out of the school. I guess we must have overseen those. I'll take them with me. Done is done.
Ooh, collecting lots of stuff.
Old boards. They're so dry that they're almost disintegrating.
Can we combine some things? Perhaps? Doesn't look like...
I
Ooh.
could pull the thread through the hook at the end of the bone and use it as a kind of a needle.
Ah, cool.
It worked! And I can even sew. Mum showed me while Dad was teaching Sydney how to weld.
Alrighty. So now we know about the needle and thread, so I was right about the bone. That's cool then.
The school looked terrible when it reappeared. It took days before we could move freely on the ground floor. Don't even want to think about upstairs.
May not be safe to go there.
I'd love to know what's on the upper floors, but it's far too dangerous. A magical building that's been left on its own for 2 decades has magic seeping through the walls. Could be lethal.
Yeah, not to mention the holes in the floor. Junk? Lots of that around here.
The school's not in the best condition, but at least there's a public mage school in Seastone again. And now we will gradually reclaim the building, and I will help train a new generation of mages. We will tidy the classrooms, we will tidy the halls, we will tidy the stairwells. We will never surrender.
Good speech. Oh, another kobold? There's another one up there.
When you summon creatures, I've read that you don't really create them. You just call them from somewhere else.
Right, well, I mean, I
don't know
expected
where the
that.
kobolds came from, but they don't give me the impression they want to go back there soon.
Probably someplace awful then.
If I was as big as a troll, I could maybe reach it. If
Is there a reason we would want
when you
to?
summon creatures, I don't know what.
Is it the same dialogue up here?
That kobold seems pretty adventurous.
Huh.
He was the first to slip out of the classroom, and now he's just buzzing around.
Well, kind of hovering.
No idea how to reach him up there.
Is
Well,
there a
it's not
need
just that
to?
he's very far away. He just never stops flying around.
Looks like he might go out the window.
That kobold seems pretty. He was the.
Okay. Well, that's about all we can do here. So is the headmaster in the staff room then? Looks like that may be him there.
Headmaster Block.
Ah, Professor Weathervane.
Nice to meet you,
There
sir.
you are at last. I have some tasks for you.
Really? Well, we will be polite.
I look forward to us working together.
I'll be frank, Professor Weathervane. You have a mage diploma, but have not completed the tests required in order to work as a teacher. Attested credentials, a written application, nothing. You are only here on the Archmage's recommendation.
Well, I was the only
That's
one
right.
willing.
But there's currently a shortage of mages, and everyone must do their best.
Do their best is well and good, but it does not replace the formal and mandatory training for teachers of higher magic.
All right then. Well, find somebody to train me. Oh, there is no one? Well, guess your logic just totally falls apart on that point then, huh?
But the Archmage Alistair trusts me to teach here at the school.
Well, yes. Mages have a well-known penchant for chaos. I'm still trying to get an overview. The records management in this school defies description. Council Leader Van Buren wants to reorganize this educational institution and finally bring structure into the place, and she has my full support. Correct management of the teaching records must once again become the teaching staff's primary task. That is the only possible way to institute efficient control of learning and teaching methods.
Shouldn't teaching the students be the teaching staff's primary task? I think you've got your priorities a bit out of whack.
I may have no formal training as a teacher, but I managed to thrill my students in the very first hour.
Guessing he's not going
I
to be
performed a
happy about
spell,
that.
And you could really see the way they caught fire. Not literally, of course. It wasn't a fire spell or anything of that sort.
You performed a spell?
Yes. And now they want to learn to do the same. They want to learn.
According to my records, history of magic was on the syllabus.
Yes, but...
Professor Weathervane, crucial to our success in teaching is that we provide students with a stable, reliable framework and adhere to the curriculum exactly.
Yes, but the students...
Had you enjoyed proper training, you would have known that. I will note this failure in your file, and in the future you will stick to the curriculum, dear colleague.
In the future, you will endeavor to remove the stick from your posterior, dear wrinkly face. I don't like this guy.
You mentioned tasks earlier, Headmaster?
Yes, you have 2 tasks. As you know, the Archmage is coming early tomorrow to officially inaugurate the school. Important political and business personages will be attending, and as you can assumedly see, the school is not in a presentable condition.
There's no way I'm going to
Council
accomplish
Leader
that
Van
by
Buren
tomorrow.
has hired a caretaker, but he cannot do the work alone. Your tasks are to help him clean the floor in the entrance hall and remove the cobwebs by tomorrow.
All right. Listen, we need to know about your allegiances.
You support the council leader in the election, right?
Indeed I do. We need to build up an extensive bureaucracy and boost the economy as quickly as possible. To me, the council leader appears to be a more logical choice than a mage. But do not worry, Weathervane. I don't blame you for your political naivete. As a school headmaster, I am neutral and always act according to school rules. And of course, political influence in schools is prohibited.
Tell that to Council Leader Van Buren.
Yeah, I don't trust you at all.
What's that?
Oh, it's one of the campaign brochures the council leader put in my classroom.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah, I don't think you will.
About cleaning the hall, is that really my job as a teacher?
Yes, indeed. A school is a team endeavor, so that means you have to do what I tell you.
If you'd told me to get rid of the flying kobolds, that I would have understood.
What did you say? Flying kobolds?
Uh...
If there are flying kobolds infesting the place, they must be got rid of too.
Darn it.
See to it, Weathervane. Floor, cobwebs, flying kobolds, fix them.
Maybe you should help out too.
Huh. And apart from cleaning, what else is there to do?
The inventory has revealed that a number of items of school property have gone missing. Among other things, the school library.
The entire
The
library?
whole library has gone missing.
That is correct. I asked the Archmage about the matter, and he confirmed to me that the room was there before. He does not know where it is now. He said something about its being in hiding, perhaps, or away traveling. I think it's unseemly. I want that room. We are a school, and we need a library.
Agreed. But where should I start looking?
That I cannot tell you. You are the mage.
You ask a lot. I don't know if I can get all this done by tomorrow morning.
By tomorrow morning, you have until 72 o'clock.
What?
72 o'clock.
I have developed my own efficient metric system of measuring time. A day has 100 hours, consisting of 100 minutes, with 100 seconds each. Everything else is too confusing.
So, I don't even have until tomorrow morning.
That's a lot
For a
longer.
properly qualified teacher, even the impossible poses no problem. Or should I note in your file that you do not feel up to the tasks assigned you?
No, I'll do it.
Very good. And then you can call it a day and prepare tomorrow's lessons.
One thing's clear. Headmaster Block wants me to fail, but I won't disappoint the Archmage. And secondly, I like this school. And a school library would be great for the students. And third, the work the headmaster has given me is the perfect opportunity to keep my eyes open for Remy.
I mean, I'm glad you're optimistic about all this, Wilbur. Two, if seconds are not a lot shorter than they are in actual real life, then these days are tremendously long. They're more like a week, or maybe even longer than that. I don't want to do the math right now. But I suppose we better get to it then, huh?